Hello everybody, this is James Daly with another video. Today I'm doing preaching and shouting chords in the key of D. What I'm doing, because as you know, this channel is about learning in every key, learning songs in every key. My primary goal is to learn 12 songs in every key. And so what I'm doing is building a video library, a resource for you and me that we can go to and practice our preaching chords in every key. And so we've done it in C, we've done it in C sharp. We first did it in E flat. Now we're doing it in D. We're going to build these preaching chords in all 12 keys. So you can have a resource. Just go to the playlist. When I'm finally done recording all the 12 videos for preaching and shouting chords, and it's just a resource. You just watch what I'm doing, you learn it, and you practice it for yourself. I'm going to be practicing along because I watch my videos too, just to keep myself fresh and just to see what I'm doing and just to help me to reinforce my learning. Okay, and so we have 10 progressions for you. And so here is the first one in D. All right, so I'll play it slow and then I will break it down. All right, here we go. Imagine the preacher's preaching. Okay. All right. So let's spell it out. Okay, so the first chord. So G flat, B flat, E, A, B flat, D, G, B, F, A, B, E, A flat, B, F, A flat, B, and D. And then, all right, so A, G, D flat, F, G, and C. All right, so B flat, G, A, D, F, G, A, C. All right, B, A, E flat, G, A, D, C, B flat, F, A, B flat, D, D flat, B, F, A, B, and E. All right. I like the key of D because you get to use the white keys in ways you can't use in the black keys. So D, A, and with my thumb, B and C, E, G, A, B, and D. And then the G goes to the G flat or F sharp, same thing. All right. All right. That's the first progression. Let's go to the next. All right, so here's the second progression here in D. Now you may hear some background noise. My ceiling fan makes a lot of noise, and my son is downstairs in the basement practicing drums. The only reason why you can hear is because this mic right here. Otherwise, you should be able to hear the keyboard just fine. All right, so here's that second progression. Let me play it slowly for you and I'll break it down. Preacher's preaching. Just imagine the preacher preaching. All right, let's break that down. All right, so F in the bass, E flat, G flat, A, D, B flat, D, F, G, A, C. And you don't have to play the bass so high up. You can play it lower. I'm just doing that for the sake of the camera and whatnot. Just play it close together. All right. All right, so F sharp, E, A, B flat, D, B, E flat, G, A, D, E, D, G, A flat, and C, A, C sharp, F, G, C. Then I did a little lick, but you don't have to. And it would be just blues, some of the blues scale. So F, F sharp, A, B, and then you would twang it. So let me spell it out. D, G, C, and then G, B, E. But going into the B, you would hit the A. All right. So D, G flat, C, G flat, A, D. All right. All right. Or you don't have to do the lick. You can just, in other videos I just did. All right. But you can add that lick anywhere. All right. All right. So that's the second progression. So. All right, on to the next one. All right, so our third progression is a good one. It's a real good one. It utilizes every note chromatically, going from D to D in downward motion chromatically. It uses every single last bass line, every single last note. And so you're going to have a chord off of every single note going down chromatically from D to D. All right. You can use this in pauses when the preacher says something on a high note and the people are going crazy. You can play it real fast as like a drop, or you can just play it, in sync with the preacher one by one. Okay. So this is a real good one. And I especially like it in the key of D. It flows really nicely in the key of D. All right, so I'll play it slowly. You can bring it up to speed and make it go fast, and then I will break it down for you. All right, let's go. Glitched out that thing. ridiculous glitched out. You saw that. Oh geez, it don't like that chord. Okay. All right, so what was that? Let's break it down. All right, so the first note. Now if your fingers can't stretch that far, you can finger it like this. Okay, but here's the notes. So D, C, E, G, B, and D. All right, this is the first note. Then we're going down chromatically. We're going. That's what we're doing. Okay, so we're utilizing every note. So that's what is exciting about this progression. All right, so the first one. All right. All right. So C sharp, F, A, B, E. So C, E, A, B flat, D, B, E flat, G, A, D, B flat, D, F, G, A, C, A, D, E, G, B. All right, then A flat, G flat, B flat, C, F. So G, F, A, B, E. The E goes down to the D. So G flat, F sharp, same thing. E, A, B flat, D. F, E flat, G, A, D. E, D, G, A flat, C. E flat, D flat, F, G, C. D, C, E, G, B, D. Can't reach it. Just do that. You can do that too. So C, E, G, B to the F sharp, and then you won't even. You just do that, and then. All right. All right. So G, B, C, E, G, B, E. Twang it with the A. Remember that? Okay. And then G flat, B, C, E, G flat, A, D. All right, this thing is glitching out on me. That's crazy. It don't like me doing all that. All right, so that's the third progression. On to the next one. All right, so progression number 4 is a play on the good old walk-up scale that we normally do. You know, that one. And in case you don't know it, because I don't think I go over this, let me just break that down too, okay? Just to be fair, I don't think I went over that in any of my progressions here. So, you get 2 for 1 here. All right. So, here we go. So, F sharp, E, A, B flat, D, G, F, A, B, E, A flat, F, A flat, B, D, A, G flat, A, B, and D. Sorry, B, A, E flat, A flat, B, C, B flat, E flat, A, C, D flat, B, F, B flat, and D flat, D, C, G flat, B, and D. And if that's too much for your hands, if that's too wide, you could just separate it like this. So you just do a 1 and 7 on your left hand. Just walk it up. All right. So I mean, you're gonna need that for sort of for the chord that I'm going to show you. Okay. So the new way to do that, the more updated version way to do that, an elevated version, a play on this old-fashioned walk up, is to do it like this. All right, you see the little difference? So it's more elevated, a little bit more modern. Okay, so what is that? So G flat, E in the left hand, A, D flat, E, and A flat, G, F in the left hand, B flat, D, F, A on the right, A flat, B, A flat, G flat on the left hand, B, E flat, G flat, B flat on the right. So A and G on the left hand, C, E, G, and B on the right, and then B and A on the left hand, D flat, E flat, G flat, and B, C, B flat on the left hand, D, E, G, and C, D flat and B on the left hand, E flat, F, A flat, and D flat on the right. The last chord, and that's D, C, E, G flat, A, and D. Okay. All right. This thing is glitching so much. All right. So on to the next one. All right, so the fifth progression, you can use it in shout as well, but what I've done is I've taken it and I've used it while preaching. So you can use it for shout and for preaching. All right, so it's a pretty simple one. All right, and so let me play it through. And the preacher's preaching. All right, and the preacher's preaching. All right, you just shift into that at any time, and you could also use it for shout. How would I do that? So. Okay, so I mean, you could use it for shout and for preaching. All right, so pretty simple, right? So let me break it down for you. All right, so E in the bass, E, G, A, and D. G flat in the bass, E, G flat, A, and D. And G in the bass, E, G, A, and D. B in the bass, E flat, E flat and G, A and D. Go back to the beginning, E, G, A, D. You know that one. Then you add the passing tone. That's F in the bass, F, A flat, B and D. Back to, all right, G flat, E, G flat, A, D, D, E flat, G, A, and D. And if you want to know what I was doing with the shout thing, you could just interchange it. So here it is. It's just. So it's the D, the B, and the A. So you can just do B and A or A and B. And what's that? Okay, so you know that already though. So the F, A flat, B, D, and G flat, A, B, and D. Let me figure out real quick what the tritone note is. That if you. There we go. All right, so. So what's that? So F, B, G flat, and C. Sorry. like that. And then all right. And listen, disclaimer, and let me set expectation. I am by no means a professional. I make a lot of mistakes when playing. I'm just showing you what I know because I love gospel music and I love y'all too. We all should prosper and we all should do our best. And we can learn from each other. Amen. And so, yeah, I'm not a professional like that. I'm not C-Dub. I'm not Kevin Powell. I live right down the street from him. I grew up with him and his family. Not him, no. It didn't rub off by osmosis on me. Okay, but hey, I'm doing the best I can. So you're gonna get some mistakes, but hey, that's how you use it. So basically, and then you can incorporate shouts. That's all the stuff we learned so far. All right. So that was progression number 5. On to the next. All right. And the 6th progression is a nice one to use. All right. So let me play it for you. All right. Right. And, you can use that to run on. You could use it as a drop, but you could also use it while he's just preaching, and after every sentence or whatever, you just throw that in there. You can use that. All right, so let's break that down. Okay. So D, C in the left, E, F, A, C in the right, E, D in the left, G flat, G, B, and D, F and E flat in the left, G, A flat, C, and E flat. So A flat in the bass, G flat, B flat, C and F. So G, F, A, B, E, go down to the D. A flat, F, A flat, B, and D. A, G, D flat, F, G, and C. Right, you know this though, but we'll do it again just in case you skipped over this other stuff and came straight here. B, A, D flat, E flat, G flat, B, C, B flat, D, E, G, C, D flat, B, E flat, F, A flat, D flat, and then G, B, C, E, G, B, E, G flat, B, C, E, G flat, A, D. All right. So that's the 6th progression. On to the next one. All right, here's progression number 7. This is a little bit out the box, so use it sparingly, but it's cool. It's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to do it slow, and then I'll break it down for you, of course. All right. You could use that as a drop, or you can do it, like I said, call and response. You can do it either way. All right, but it's either way, it's pretty cool. Don't overuse it. So yeah, so. All right, so let's break it down. Okay, so the first chord. So B flat, G, C, and F. So C, A, D, and G. D, A, C, D, E, G. All right, so E flat, B flat, C, D, F. F in the bass, C, D, E, and G. All right, then A flat in the bass, C, G flat, B flat, D. G in the bass, C, F, A, D. All right, F in the bass, A, E flat, G, and B. And E, D, G, A flat, C. And E flat, D flat, F, G, C. And D, C, E, G, B, D. All right, how cool is that? That's a cute little one. All right, on to the next. So progression number 8 is another one we used to use in shout. So you can use it to back up the preacher. You can use it for shouting music. Okay, so this is a fun one. So let me play it and then I'll show it to you. So, right, if the preacher's preaching, right, and right, preacher's preaching. You know, stuff like that. Okay, so let me break that down for you. All right, so E in the bass, G, B, and D. G flat in the bass, G flat, A, and D. G in the bass, E, G, and D. A flat in the bass, F, A flat, B, and D. A in the bass, E, G flat, A, and D flat. B flat in the bass, E, G, B flat, D flat. B in the bass, excuse me, E, G flat, A, and D flat. Or you can do it that way too. You can play the D, G flat, A, and D flat. Or you can use your thumb and play both if you get there that fast. So D and E, G flat, A, and D flat. Okay, so and then to go back, so it's the E flat, G flat, A, C, and E flat. Okay, and you go back and do it. If you were shouting, you could just, you know. Okay, and I'm twanging it. You got to be careful with the twanging. You can overuse it. Be careful with that. So the G flat, A, and the C, and just twang it. when shouting, you could overuse the twang during shouting because ain't nobody gonna notice it anyway. Makes it sound cooler. I showed you that in the other, but if you skipped ahead to this, I'm just. So B, D, B, and A, D, A, and B. Or the other way, you could do B, A, or you could do A, B. All right. So that's pretty much it for that one. So if you were shouting it, you could just do your thing, because we used to do this with shouting all the time. All right, so that's pretty much it for that one. Okay, so you could play it in a couple ways too. You don't have to. You could do it like this. So I'm just playing the same notes over and over again. So on the G and the A flat, you can just G B D, G B D. A on the G and the A flat. Right? Or you can do that too. Or you can do okay. Let me just spell it out. E, G, B, D, G flat, A, and D, G, E, G, D, right? So that's the difference right there. So the A flat, G, B, and D. And everything else is the same. All right, that's progression 8. See you on the next one. All right, so progression number 9 is another play on the old classic walk-up. All right, but it's just tightly condensed and it clings to the ear. It sounds real nice. All right, so here it goes. All right, so let me break that down. Okay. So G flat, B flat, D, E, G flat, and A. G and B, E, G, and B. All right, so A flat, B, E flat, F, A flat, and D. A, C, E, G flat, A, D. Right, and so that's B and A, D flat, E flat, G and B, C and B flat, D, E, G, C, D flat, B, E flat, F, A flat, D, D, C, E, G, A, and D. All right, when doing that, just be careful with the fingering. Practice it a little while, because especially when you switch over, because if you notice, this hand doesn't move. You You got to navigate that. Some more sparse way to play it. Oh, that was wrong. Sorry. Or just. All right. So that's it for that one. We got one more to go. You're going to love the next one. You're going to love the next one. All right. Let's go. All right, everybody. So the progression number 10 is something that you would use sparingly. It's really nice. It's out of the box, though. You could use it real fast as a drop, especially in those moments of pause when the preacher just said something on a high note and the congregation is going crazy. You could pull this out there, or you can do it during the shout. That's how I originally learned it. It was part of a song in the 90s I knew from one of our local organ legends here in my state. And I just swiped it, and he used it in the praise break, and I started using it too. But it's really nice. It's really fancy. So, all right, let's go. I'm trying to get it right for you, okay? All right. All right. Now let me break that down for you. Okay. All right, so that's E in the bass, F, A, C. D flat at the bass, E flat, G, and B flat. B in the bass, D flat, F, and A flat. A in the bass, D flat, E flat, G flat, and B. G in the bass, F, B flat, D. F in the bass, E, A, D. E in the bass, and you see I hopped up from the F to the E. E in the bass, D, A flat, C. E flat in the bass, F, A, C. D in the bass, D, E, G, and C. C in the bass, C, D, F, and B flat in the right. B flat in the bass, E flat, A flat, C. A flat in the bass, D flat, G flat, B flat. G, C, F, A. F in the bass, E flat, G, B flat. E in the bass, D, G, A flat, C. E flat, D flat, F, G, C. And back to the 1, okay? And that's D in the bass, C, E, G, B, and D. All right, cool, right? These dominant chords I'm using, you don't have to go in a straight line with the bass. A lot of times you switch off with the bass. So a of times how I use them, I just go straight down. Or you can go up fourths with them. All right. So we went over several shouting and preaching chords that you can use in the key of D. All right. And like I said in the beginning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do more videos of preaching chords and shouting chords in all 12 keys. I'm going to put it together in a playlist, and you can use it as a resource to learn these chords in every key. So you can be fluent as a musician and get these on the fly, because every now and then, I don't know too many preachers who preach in D, but you might get a quartet preacher in there that, because the quartets, they love the white keys. They love D and E and A and all that stuff. You never know. You may get a tone deaf preacher that's all over the place, and you're going to have to follow them wherever they go. I've had my share of those. So you got to be able to follow them. And so I'm going to put together this resource. This is the third in the installment. I got C, C sharp, we got D now, and we got E flat already. So we got 4 in the installment, and we're going to get the rest of the 8 down pat. We should have that done by next week. We at least do 1 or 2 a day of these videos, but today's my anniversary, so my wedding anniversary, so I can't do too much today. Got to get ready to go to a fancy restaurant with that fine lady back there behind us. All right. So thanks for watching, and can't wait to see you on the next one. All right. God bless.